Fatima al-Fihri, the woman who built the first university. What if I told you the world's first university wasn't founded by a king or a powerful empire, but by a woman whose name you've probably never heard? Prepare to have your understanding of history rewritten. Who founded the world's first university? If you answered Oxford, Cambridge, or even Bologna, you're missing a crucial piece of history. This video dives deep into the overlooked legacy of Fatima al-Fihri, the remarkable woman who, over 1,000 years ago, established the groundbreaking institution that paved the way for all universities we know today. Imagine a world where knowledge wasn't centralized, where higher education as we know it didn't exist. Now imagine one woman changing all of that. We're about to explore the incredible journey of Fatima al-Fihri, the visionary who, against all odds, created the world's very first degree-granting academic institution, a legacy that continues to impact us to this very day. This is the story of Al-Qarawiyyin and the forgotten founder who brought it to life. The hidden history of higher education. For centuries, the common narrative taught in the West has placed the origins of the university system squarely in medieval Europe, places like the University of Bologna in 1088 or Oxford shortly thereafter. This Eurocentric bias, however, overlooks a vibrant, intellectual center of gravity that had been flourishing for over 200 years prior. The truth is, while Europe was transitioning out of its dark ages, a different civilization was experiencing an unparalleled golden age, one built on scholarship, translation, and open intellectual exchange. The very concept of a university, a place for structured higher learning with diverse curricula, academic degrees, and public lectures, was pioneered not in Europe, but in the heart of North Africa. And the person responsible for this monumental shift was not a powerful caliph or sultan, but a private citizen, a refugee, and a woman. Fatima bint Muhammad al-Fihri. Her story is a groundbreaking revelation that challenges established views on history, knowledge, and gender roles. Her institution still stands today, recognized by UNESCO and Guinness World Records as the oldest existing, continuously operating university in the world. Fatima al-Fihri, a woman ahead of her time. Fatima al-Fihri was born in the early 9th century in Kairouan in modern-day Tunisia. Her family was part of a major migration wave that landed them in Fez, Morocco, which was rapidly becoming a thriving cosmopolitan center of the Idrisid dynasty. This city, teeming with merchants, scholars, and artisans, would become the canvas for Fatima's vision. Fatima was fortunate. She came from a privileged background. Her father, Muhammad al-Fihri, was a wealthy and successful merchant who ensured his daughters were well educated and grounded in religious knowledge. This upbringing placed Fatima in a unique position, a woman with means, education, and, most importantly, vision. When her father and later her husband and brother passed away, Fatima inherited a vast fortune. This moment presented a profound choice: to live a life of comfort or to transform her wealth into something eternal. Fatima's decision was deeply rooted in the core teachings of Islam. She viewed her inheritance not as personal riches, but as a divine trust, or amanah. Her action was a practical realization of the concept of Sadaqah Jariyah, or ongoing charity, a deed that continues to yield reward long after the benefactor has passed away, because its benefit continues for generations. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When a man dies, all his deeds come to an end, except for an ongoing charity, or Sadaqah Jariyah, beneficial knowledge, or a righteous son who will pray for him." Sahih Muslim. Fatima chose beneficial knowledge, the most enduring form of charity. Instead of just building a simple mosque, her audacious decision was to establish an educational institution that would serve the entire community and, eventually, the world. She personally oversaw the entire project, vowing to fast until the construction was complete, demonstrating her profound commitment to this sacred undertaking. Al-Qarawiyyin, more than just a mosque. In 859 CE, the Al-Qarawiyyin complex was founded. It began as a mosque to accommodate the growing population of Fez, but it was quickly designed to be something far greater. Fatima al-Fihri envisioned a place of true higher learning. The structure's architectural and scholarly significance cannot be overstated. What distinguished Al-Qarawiyyin from other mosques was its systematic, structured approach to education. While mosques had always hosted halaqas or study circles, Al-Qarawiyyin offered a true curriculum. It attracted the foremost scholars of the time, who taught diverse subjects in separate wings of the complex. This emphasis on broad knowledge, sacred and secular, is mandated within the Islamic tradition itself. The very first revelation to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the command to read, Quran 96:1, emphasizing literacy and intellectual pursuit. Quran 3:9, are those who know equal to those who do not know? Al-Qarawiy's curriculum went far beyond Islamic jurisprudence. Students studied grammar, rhetoric, logic, medicine, mathematics, astronomy, and even chemistry. It had one of the world's most impressive libraries, housing over 4,000 manuscripts, including the original copy of the Muwatta of Imam Malik and a 9th century Quran written in Kufic script. Over time, it formalized the concept of an Ijazah, a certificate or license to teach a specific subject. This is the direct antecedent of the academic degree or diploma we recognize today. By the 12th century, it was fully recognized as a major university, attracting students not only from the Islamic world, but also from Europe. The enduring legacy and global impact. Al-Qarawiyyin's historical significance is officially documented. It holds the Guinness World Records title for the oldest existing, continuously operating educational institution. Furthermore, it is officially recognized by UNESCO as the world's first university. Its impact was not confined to North Africa. Scholars from across the Mediterranean traveled to Fez. One of its most influential alumni was Pope Sylvester II, who is credited with introducing the Arabic numbering system and the concept of zero to Europe after studying in the region. Imagine the exchange, European scholars traveling to Morocco, absorbing advanced mathematical, astronomical, and medical knowledge, and then bringing those foundational concepts back to their homelands. Al-Qarawiyyin served as a vital intellectual bridge. It is impossible to tell the story of the Renaissance and the European Age of Enlightenment without acknowledging the centuries of academic excellence preserved and advanced by institutions like Al-Qarawiyyin. Fatima al-Fihri's singular act of charity and vision laid the bedrock for what we call the modern system of higher education. Why her story matters today, and conclusion. Why does the story of Fatima al-Fihri matter so profoundly today? First, it is a necessary correction to our historical record. Recognizing diverse contributions to global progress is essential to forming a complete and honest view of civilization. Second, it highlights the power of female leadership and philanthropic vision. Fatima al-Fihri, centuries before women in many parts of the world had basic rights, was wielding her financial autonomy and education to reshape the world. Her legacy proves that individual vision, regardless of gender, has the power to shape future generations. Third, it reinforces the enduring Islamic value of knowledge acquisition, which views the pursuit of education not as a luxury, but as a form of worship and a prerequisite for societal advancement. Fatima al-Fihri channeled her wealth directly into creating a pathway for knowledge, reflecting the guidance that the best of deeds are those that continuously benefit humanity. The story of Fatima al-Fihri is not just an ancient anecdote, it is an ongoing inspiration. It is a reminder that the world's most powerful movements, especially those dedicated to education, often begin with a single, dedicated individual who refuses to accept the status quo. If you believe this forgotten founder deserves her rightful place in history, we ask you to do two things. Share this video and challenge the next person you meet to name the founder of the world's first university. The answer, of course, is